All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of The Capsule. I am here with a good old friend of mine, Harry Barnes, Dirty Harry Barnes. And today we're going to talk about Gap's new advert with young Miko. We're going to talk about Move It. We're going to talk about Britain's Got Talent because Harry was on it with our good friend Lewis, and we haven't had a chance to really delve in and get all the tea about what went on behind the scenes. So yeah, let's get into it. All right. Hi, Sophia. How's it going?
Hello, I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, not too bad.
Very good, thank you.
Have you guys seen this Gap advert?
Nope.
Awesome.
I haven't, no.
Sick. Do you know who young Miko is?
I don't. Feel bad, but I don't.
No, it's fine. Young Miko is a Puerto Rican artist, so I wouldn't expect that we all know her. But you love Bad Bunny after last time, so maybe.
I don't love Bad Bunny.
Sophia's
I
on
praise his
I
art
rated the
and
whole
his
time,
music and his good looks.
Yeah, here we go. Exactly. She watched it on mute. Yeah. So Sophia's our fucking resident Latin American artist expert. So tell us all about young Miko. No, young Miko is a Puerto Rican artist. Really, I mean, I don't think it's only because of Bad Bunny, but there is this kind of like upsurge in, definitely after the Super Bowl halftime. But there's a lot more, I guess, interest and spotlight on these Latin American artists.
Yeah, I think it's just the climate.
Yeah, I think like Bad Bunny was already huge before the Super Bowl, but even now I think it's like maybe more mainstream. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I reckon he went even bigger after that.
Exactly, yeah. So Gap did this advert with young Miko, where it's basically, I mean, we can watch it in a second, but basically it's just a dance video, which is really cool. It's one of her songs, and they've just basically redone the song,
like the visual for it.
Yeah, there we go. They've redone the visual for it, and they even added in like a dance break moment to the song. So she's redone the song specifically for this advert, which is really cool. Gap have been doing this for a while, where they've been doing. Have you seen any of the other Gap adverts or not really?
I don't think so.
No.
I feel like I auditioned for this, but I might be getting confused with something.
What?
I feel like I sent off a self-tape for this.
What was the?
Obviously never heard
brief?
back.
Wait,
so
this
I'm
is
just
going to
hate it. Even if this is dead good, I'm just going to hate it. But yeah, I can't. Honestly, I don't know. It just rings a bell, and I feel like I did send something for this, but
you don't remember what
I've obviously just blocked it out with memory.
Yeah.
So I feel better about
I learned
myself.
Spanish for something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't get booked.
Yeah.
Gracias.
But yeah, Gap have done a bunch of these. Like, I don't know. It didn't. Sophia, can you look at like the first one that they did? Because I don't think it started with Jungle, but Jungle were like early on.
Oh yeah, they did the Jungle.
Yeah,
one.
they did the Jungle one.
Ah, yes, they did the denim thing, didn't they? Like the Gap denim thing. I do remember that.
There's
and it was
also
sick.
this one, Get Loose.
Get Loose. Who can we see? Who is in? Like, who's it by?
I think this is different.
This is like a year
one
ago.
I've seen.
No, this isn't the Jungle one.
Yeah.
No.
Can you look and see who the choreographer is this, or who's this group that we're looking at? Who are they?
I have no idea actually. Troy Sivan.
Yeah.
Oh.
And is that CDC? No.
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, CDK Company.
CDK. Is that the same
Choreographed
people
by
that did
Sergio?
Yeah. So I think
Pretty
CDK is the same people that did that Somebody That I Used to Know visual, right? So if it's just enjoying the video, you're supposed to be looking stuff up.
Sorry.
So
I love the song.
I'm like, Sophia, who's the like, you guys can't see because you're not saying. I'm like, Sophia, who's the choreographer? And then I look over and this is her.
Yeah.
Sophia. So wait, CDK I think are the company that did the Somebody That I used to know visual that went really viral. And this might be like the second one they've done with Gap, if this is them, if it's the same group. Yeah.
Oh,
so
this.
Yeah.
You remember
know
that
what?
Oh yeah.
As we were watching it then, I was thinking it's like this video. Yeah. It's got a similar movement in it.
There is a argument to be made that CDK, especially the Somebody That I Used to Know, looks very Jungle-esque.
It does, yeah.
100%.
It was definitely inspired by what.
And I don't blame them.
I
Like,
still
the
think
jungle
it's
stuff
got
is
its
great.
own little.
100%.
It's got its own character to it, though.
Listen, that's somebody that I used to know visual is. I love it.
cold.
I love it. I want to get the guy on the pod that choreographed it.
It's all this, the way people come in and out of shot.
So
like,
gorgeous,
yeah,
man.
it's nice.
That's what jungle doesn't have. Is all this sort of, because they do one shot.
Yeah.
They don't do all this like up and down and all that. Anyway, back to Gap. Sophia, can you look at like the oldest dance visual that they have on their thing?
Yes.
I definitely remember
maybe in their
Jungle doing
playlists.
something because I think like Naomi and that were all in it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
basically the choreo from what's that song called?
The new one?
The fucking one that the one that is super famous, Jungle one.
Back,
Where they're chasing
back
after
on
Mete.
74? No.
Yeah,
The
back
other
on
one?
74.
Yeah,
It
big
was
tune.
it was the Gap. Like Gap did a
They
version
did
of
this
that.
as well with the brothers.
Who? Which brothers?
This one. This is also a dance thing.
Ebonham
Brothers.
Can't remember where they're from. But yeah, anyways, yeah, they did loads of dance stuff. Actually, it's really cool.
So I think it's interesting. I mean, we can have a look at the new one with the young Miko one. Sophia, you said you know the choreographer, kind of. Zoe, I want to say. Should we try and pronounce her name? It's Greek.
Takotopoulos,
I'll be
something
able
like
to do
that.
it.
Do you want to just have a run at it?
Go on.
That's it.
Zoe Tatopoulos.
I think
Yeah,
that's
probably.
quite good.
Yeah.
Tetopoulos. Yeah, it's Greek
Tatopoulos.
name. So,
Tatopoulos.
yeah, I was having a look at her stuff this morning. She choreographed and another thing I can't pronounce, the FKA Twigs Eusexia. What is that?
I have no idea.
You do know, you do. 'Cause
Should
you
have done
talked
his
about
research, shouldn't he? Jesus.
it. FKA Twigs EU.
EU
You know that one?
sexual. I don't know.
Eusexia. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. But if you look up the YouTube video of that, she did also this one. And the thing that like it seems like, yeah, that's it. But don't play the sound because we'll lose you. The thing that I think with this girl's choreography. So she's Greek. She was born in LA, funnily enough, and then moved to Greece, and then moved back to LA, and like kind of made it as a dancer there. But she did like So You Think You Can Dance. She did a bunch of cool stuff, and she does all this kind of like a lot of the articles that I read like call it like kind of alien-esque move. A lot of the articles are using this term like alien-esque or alien type of movement, right? And it made me think of when we've spoken about Paris Goebel, right? And obviously you do a lot of choreo, so you can maybe share your thoughts on this. But obviously on our side of the scene with like hip hop and street dance and popping and all that, like we're looking at like, you know, the illusions, we're looking at the dance, the technique and the history of the dance, maybe, right? I think with choreo, like commercial stuff, or like, I say commercial as in not the style, which isn't a style, but like like commercial as in it's on TV, it's on music videos, whatever. Paris Goebel, this type of stuff. What I think she does really well, and obviously we'll see it in this Gap video, but it's like she creates this kind of like really unique, memorable movement. And I wonder if this is my question for maybe you guys and also the choreo people out there, is like, is this what separates your average choreographer from like a world famous choreographer, in the sense that I see a lot of classes by, I don't want to put choreographers in air quotes because that sounds douchey to say that, but like people that are like professional teachers, that's their job. And I like, not to say that that's a bad thing, but they teach classes and that's kind of their main thing that they do.
Yeah.
Then there's people that choreograph for like commercial stuff. So like whether it's the Super Bowl, whether it's adverts, whether like their main job isn't teaching. They might teach, but their main job is choreographing for stuff.
Yeah.
And those people, like if I look at the Paris Goebel type of people, or I mean there's a bunch of other, but this Zoe girl I think fits into that realm where it's like you're creating movement that's so weird and distinct and different that it's like I can't help but think about it afterwards. And it's like, if there was like 5 dancers doing 5 different pieces of choreography, I could, if you said which one is Zoe's, I could point out, and which one is Paris Goebel's, I could point out.
I think that's what it is. So I think, and I've heard like, whatever you want to say, commercial dancers, choreo dancers say the exact same thing, where it's like, why does everyone use the same 5 moves? And I'm not saying that's everyone, but like a lot of commercial classes you see, you could probably guess 5 moves that are definitely going to be in there, and they all use the same ones. But I think I just think that in general about whatever type of choreo it is.
Yeah.
It should have your own unique stamp on it anyway. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, it's really interesting, this topic, because I think one side of me, like if I'm trying to be, you know, play on the fence kind of thing, like one side of me 100% agrees, and I mean, I even think this for street dance. Like, this is my issue with a lot of battle
Oh no,
styles.
same for me as well. I think everyone should always try and find their own like.
Right.
So anyone that's seen a lot of my stuff will probably now go like, oh yeah, but it's all quite kind of similar, but like that's how I want it.
It's
Because,
exactly.
Like,
it's
you'll
your
know it's mine if you've seen it before. Do you know what I mean?
And it's the same thing you would say about Paris Goebel or any of these people. Like they have a distinct kind of feeling. But I think there is that side where, yes, you want your stuff to be different and you want it to look. If I'm thinking as a choreographer, you want your stuff to look different and you want it to stand out. But I wonder if there's another side where, like, I don't know how to say this, but like in the street dance world or in the battle world, right? Our styles kind of evolved from like community, like social aspect in a way, right? And it's like, you know, a walkout. It's not like when they made a walkout or they made the Running Man, they were like, right, today we're going to invent a new piece of vocab. Let's all sit down and like a little council meeting around the table. That's not how it worked. It just kind of evolved, and then it became so prevalent and so popular that these things like got cemented, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if that happens in these commercial classes and the commercial scene where it's like I don't, again, for me, it's like, I wonder what the reasoning, because for our side, there's like a cultural reason that these things became foundations or became cemented in the culture. Whereas like, say with the commercial class, I wonder if there's like a way of moving that is developing, which is, yeah, we want recognizable moves. We want you to use those same moves because it makes us feel like we're doing that style. You know what I mean? Whereas like this is why I make the distinction between teachers versus people choreographing for external stuff, where maybe as someone like this, you're almost free of any, like you just need to please people's eyes, right? So you're making the most cool, different, exciting choreo. But then if you're teaching every week, it's like imagine going to Sean's class, right? Like this is a pop-in teacher in the UK, if anyone doesn't know. And it's like, you could learn popping from Sean and you could learn really different stuff out there. You could do a whole class on just glides to like complete to house music if you wanted to. You'd still be training popping in a really valid way.
Yeah.
But is there an element in a marketing capacity where you want to feel like you're at a popping class? So if you've never gone, or you want the funk music experience, you kind of want to do some hits, you want to do a little bit of boogaloo movement, because otherwise as a consumer, do you really feel like you're at a popping class? And I wonder if the same transfers with commercial, where it's like there is an element of like, you need to please the consumer, which is, if we give them, you know, these moves that they recognize, like not none of these people, but a lot of them won't be professional commercial dancers.
Yeah.
So if they're just coming to enjoy class, do we give them the commercial experience? It's like with heels. A lot of those heels classes, I think, across the country or across the world, in any class you could say this, but like, let's say 50% of them won't be professional dancers or won't become professional dancers. So they're there to enjoy the class. So then is it like, as a heels teacher, you're like, yeah, but I want to give them the almost borderline cliche movements to make them feel like, oh yeah, like, you know what I mean? Does it make sense what I'm saying? Like, all right, I'll give you one last example and tell me if this makes sense. In a rom-com, there's always the bullshit where it's like the girl's going to leave and the guy has to run to the train station at the end and he makes a big grand romantic thing and then she forgives him. Yes, we know it's cliche, but it wouldn't be a rom-com without that.
We still enjoy it.
Yeah, so do you need those little moments, whether you're in a popping class, a commercial class?
I think it depends on the level of the class. I think the important thing you said there is about if it's professionals training or if it's non-professional. I think for non-professionals, exactly right. I think it's like they want to do things they see, you know, on tour when they go and watch their favourite artist or whatever. They want to feel like they're dancing behind that artist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But I think for me anyway, if I was a commercial dancer, I'd want to go to classes where that specific choreographer I'm going to is going to teach me their thing. So I get do you know what I mean? And then because again, I think choreo dancers go to like a bunch of different classes and different people, don't they? Whereas like style dancers, we might have like one mentor that we keep going back to, or
That's
you know,
true.
we might vary off a few times, but we have like one person we keep going back to, and that's our mentor or our teacher. Whereas I feel like and I might be wrong, but with commercial dancers, it's more like you go and
You want the variety.
grab tools from
Yeah.
everyone, you know, go and pick up their thing, go and grab
Yeah,
their
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So then you're just more an all-round strong
Yeah.
dancer for when it comes to auditions or getting booked. It's like
You can do everything.
you've done all these
Yeah.
different types of takes on it, and
Yeah.
and even I think as well, it's like a lot of these people teaching the classes are also then booking. You know, they're the casting director for the job or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And they're
it's
like,
like
yeah.
it's playing the game of getting around the classes, trying to get seen in the class, show you can already do their stuff, and then when they see
Yeah.
you at the audition, they already know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I reckon the level thing is I wonder if it's like strictly level or just the type of class, because I reckon that like if there was a choreo or commercial dancer here, they would say that what you're saying is true, in the sense that some classes are the more cliche rom-com type of thing, and then some classes are that person's unique movement, and that's
Yeah.
what makes them special, and you want to get a bit of everything. Because also, even I mean, this is a whole other long topic, but even if we take it to like an advert or a backup dancing in a show or choreographing, some of them they don't want, like they wouldn't, like Zoe seems like she's very unique, very different, same as like Paris, love her or hate her, she is unique, bar the dancehall influences. But I wonder if that doesn't work for some people. They're like, we don't want this creative crazy stuff, we just want like a fucking Boyzone.
Yeah.
Or like they just want the choreo that, like Spice Girls tour, they're not like, right, Zoe, come in and do some crazy alien movement.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
just do the two-step with the clicking the fingers and like do the basic shit. And I wonder if there's kind of some level of that with some commercial work where they're like, we don't want the crazy different stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
So there are choreographers and classes that evolve to create that kind of cookie cutter, get the job done stuff. And then there's the Zoes, the Parises, I don't know, whoever else you can think of, who
Shay.
have their unique stuff and maybe get less opportunities, but bigger ones. When
Yeah.
That's where they're getting the bigger ones, though,
Yeah.
because only they can do that.
Exactly.
People
Yeah.
can replicate. Like you see people with Paris all the time trying to do their thing. I
100%.
judge
Yeah.
stuff all the time, where sometimes they even use the exact same mix.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
I remember sitting next to I was judging with I forget her name's Kai, the red hair one from Royal Family.
yeah.
Okay.
And
I don't know.
she'd obviously choreographed a section of the Royal Family thing, and we're judging a team that had ripped the exact mix and used their choreography, and we're like,
Wild.
isn't this yours? And she's like, yes.
Zero.
What is going on here? But yeah, sorry, that was a bit off topic.
No,
But
no,
yeah,
you're
no, it's like, I think that's why those people are getting booked for the big stuff, because they've got their own thing that everyone loves, and only they can do it to the
Yeah.
Yeah.
best of its ability, you know, because it's theirs.
What's going on, guys? We're going to take a super quick break from the episode to say thank you, first of all, for you guys tuning in. Whether it's your first time tuning in, whether you tune in every week, if you're a loyal listener, we love you all equally. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. Please like, leave us a comment if there's anything you want to engage with. It really helps us to grow the platform the more that you guys engage with what we do. So yeah, just to say that and to say thank you. And now we're going to get back to the episode. Yeah. And I, on a kind of similar but unrelated topic, I really like that Gap are doing this. And my question, another question for everyone out there, is... Okay, you guys are younger than me, Inej, Sophia. You guys are... Actually, you know, you're younger than me as well. How old are you?
29.
Fucking hell.
Sophie Lister tried to get a whole... Well, she did. She got a whole comp to sing to me Happy Birthday the
Wait,
other
when
week.
was your birthday?
In January.
Oh.
But we were in
Oh, okay.
February at this point,
Oh,
and she
right.
just thought it'd be funny to tell everyone it's my 30th birthday.
Oh, that's
So
fucking
Sophie, if you're
hilarious.
watching this, still haven't forgiven you for that.
That's good.
Yeah.
I might do that, actually.
Yeah,
Happy
she brought
birthday.
a cake and everything. A cake came out with a 30
Oh, that's a
candles
really
on it.
good prank.
Yeah, she proper went for it, you know.
Yeah,
She's
shout out
like,
to
but
her.
yeah, anyway, I'm 29.
Okay, so you and Inej are similar age. Sophia's younger. Are you guys looking at music videos now? And like, is there music videos that are coming out now that you like know the choreography to, or you look at it and you go, "That's banging choreography"?
I
Because
don't
like,
even know my own choreography. Yeah, definitely, no, definitely not.
but, I mean,
There's
like
music videos I like though.
for the dancing.
I mean, mostly what's coming into my head is the jungle stuff, to be
Yeah,
honest.
literally
Music
same.
videos used to be well better. Let's be
Yeah,
honest. They
that's what
used to be
I'm
well
thinking.
better when we had music channels and all that.
I feel like it's because we have so much content
Is
on
your mic
Instagram.
not plugged in?
Yes.
Yes, it is. This one is.
Oh, I was like, fucking hell.
I feel like it's because there's so much content all the time on Instagram that you just don't like it doesn't stand out as
It's
much
not as
as it
impressive
used to.
think?
anymore.
Yeah,
Like we get to
because-
see it all the
yeah.
time.
Like to be
I mean,
honest, I
Jungle's
don't
a
feel
good
like I
argument.
even watch that much like music videos because I'm all the time like watching like reels or like people creating like visuals and stuff. Also, I watch more like stuff that dancers curate themselves rather
Okay.
than like people hiring dancers to do music videos.
Yeah, I and again, without saying the wrong thing, I actually don't know who gets booked to choreograph music videos really these days in the UK, but I just don't see anything that I'm like, oh, that's different.
I mean,
or
in the UK, they're bringing Shay.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
exactly. That says it all. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I just feel like that maybe because there is definitely people that could do a great job of music videos
Of course,
in the UK,
yeah,
but
yeah,
they're
yeah.
not getting booked to do it.
But what I was saying with that is like Gap are doing all these things, but it's like what Gap are doing is like what music videos used to be.
Yeah.
It's like we're watching it for like dance visual. Like this is a set. We're gonna watch it now, but like this is essentially a music video, and it's like.
It looks like one from the get-go.
Yeah, but it's like dance heavy. And besides Jungle, I'm like, do we see a lot of... Maybe that's what made Jungle stand out so much. Is like, is there that many music videos with like dance? Like back in our day, it was like Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. Even if you go into like the Chris Brown type of thing or whatever, like there was always like dance stuff. J-Lo had like dance breaks and dance stuff in all of her videos. And then it's like, I don't really see that much these days. And again, like you have to mention Jungle in that. But yeah, it seems like Gap are doing, or like adverts or brands are doing more for dance than the artists are.
Yeah,
or
I
maybe
feel
that's
like-
too bold of a statement.
I feel like also the like K-pop industry has like put
Oh,
it
of
back
course,
on the
yeah,
map.
the
K-pop is almost
K-pop,
its own thing,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
because that is where I would say people are looking at the choreography. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like the choreography is more important than the music
Yeah,
sometimes with
100%.
K-pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sick
Yeah.
though. It's not
Yeah.
my type of music, but I rate it.
Like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
do all like classes just to learn like music, like choreos from specific music
Yeah,
videos.
it's crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right,
Did you
let's
watch the program on that where they put that Cat's Eye group together? They
no,
came
Kieran
from a
told me to
programme.
watch that.
Mate, it's good. I watched
Is
it
it?
with Amy. It was sick.
Yeah,
Sick.
that's something we should have watched on like covered on the pod each week.
Yeah.
Is this, like Kieran was saying, it would have been really good.
Yeah, it was good. And again, a lot of the focus was on the dance. Not obviously, yeah, there was focus on like the vocals and
Yeah.
that, but I'm pretty sure in the end, like 3 of the girls they took or whatever, they were strong dancers. Do you know what I mean? And then they had 2 or
Yeah.
3 that were strong vocalists.
I mean,
and
we
whatever.
spoke about that K-pop shit where they're like the industry where they like bring them when they're like 13 and like
Yeah.
put them through entertainment school basically.
Yeah.
Crazy
Mad.
shit.
That's mad. Yeah,
All right, let's
go.
have a look at young Miko.
It's giving like a Luna George vibes from the
That's a
get-go.
throwback.
Yeah.
There's a bit of like the
Sorry.
Sophia. You ever see Marley Hightower's video? There's one of her videos that is like in hoodies and stuff. Makes me.
Baby, ¿qué es la que hay? Tienes jevo, tienes jevo. Si te cansas de él, mami, yo cojo el relevo. Yo me atrevo, te enseño truquitos nuevos. Tu estatura y yo me veo.
Why does that outfit remind me of Lucia doing one of her voice notes with the hood up? I don't know why.
Yo dando cuerpo y carita, mami, what's up? Mami, what's up? Llevo par de días visitando al joyero. Me caché par de anillos, uno pa' cada dedo. La MVP de estoy con mi negocio, no juego. Tirando chavos mientras esa diva y sabe que están hablando de mí. Dos teléfonos encima y
That's why I wasn't booked.
Lo único que tengo en el bolsillo son los USD.
I need to see the self-tape, mate.
Yo tengo más grande el key. Me gusta la película, pero solo pese.
I like how they've
Cold
used
shot.
the yeah.
Pa' que me pese. A ti, mami, que te gusta. Rápido se crece. Tú dando mamacita. Yo dando cuerpo y carita. Mami, what's up?
This section may or may not be in the pod if we get copyright. That's cool. Hey, sick. That's really good. I love that shot.
Cold shot.
She's so pretty. Tattoos are sick as well.
It's baby Miko. Hey, yo, Mauro. Mommy, what's up?
It's a good advert.
Very cool.
I mean, I think what's cool about that for me is like I love the simplicity of it, and I love how it's like first of all, it's just like in terms of simplicity, it's like one kind of location. Yeah, of course, there's like different areas to it, in like the thing where she's sitting and all that. There's different areas, but it's just like it's so simple, and the dance like carries that whole thing basically. The dance and the clothes, and I think it's like fucking thank God people are realizing that you can do that, and you don't need crazy movement shots and this and that. Is like, I mean, Paris Global, I think, led the way for that type of thing of just like you can just have a fucking wide shot of like 30 dancers, and it's gonna look good if the choreography is good enough.
It's
That's
interesting.
sorry.
I just find it interesting because obviously Gap's main thing has surely got to be like showing the product that they're trying to sell, but it's like I don't know anything more about that tracksuit than before the video started. Do you know what I mean? Apart from that, it's a black tracksuit.
Yeah.
But the visual I think is sick and it's memorable. So I obviously get like that's probably what they're going for, maybe.
But I think for me, this is the Nike approach where it's like it's not in our face. Like I'm more likely to buy something like that than I am an advert being like, this tracksuit's so cool and it's movable and you can dance in it. Like just show me someone looking cool in it. Like I don't know about you, you're big into fashion, so this would be a good like thing for you to weigh in on. For me, it's like rather than advertising clothes, I would say 95% of the reason that I buy any piece of clothing is like I see someone that I think looks cool wearing it.
Yeah.
And like my whole way of dressing is like cobbled together of like different people. Like I'll see Tyler the Creator wear a certain hat and I'm like, I wonder if that would work on me. Then I see like, I don't know, a basketball player wearing certain shoes and I'm like, oh, and then someone else, even a dancer can wear a bag and I'm like, I wonder if that, and it's like, then obviously I have my own, it's like same with dancing in terms of creating our style.
You have your own little bits,
I have my own way of putting that together, but it's all, like I very rarely see an advert and because it's advertised well or it says like, oh, it's breathable fabric. Like I'm not buying shit.
Oh, no,
that.
for sure,
I'm buying it because someone looks cool in it.
The
and I'm
aesthetic
like,
of it. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
And it's also like, I guess, culture. This is another thing because it made me think. I looked up the thing you were talking about, the 110s. I didn't know. Can you tell people why it's called 110s?
Because they used to be £110.
That's so cool. And that's a Liverpool thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, like Air Max 95s.
There's a big debate with this where there is Southerners or Londoners that think it's a London thing, but it's not.
Ah, because I had never heard of that. Like I'd never heard it being called 110s.
110s, yeah. Because I think like it because they were 110 at one point, there was a stage where I think everyone maybe called them 110s or a lot of people, but then they went up in price,
right?
As we all know.
Yes.
And but we just stick to it. We're just like, nope, still 110s.
Sick. But I mean, say with stuff like that, it's like there's you're right. There's like cultural things that make you want to wear certain things, right? Like I'm trying to think of a good example, like Air Max 90s, I want to say, are like very UK.
Is
like,
that gonna? Sorry, is my buzzing coming up on this
no,
mic?
I don't
It
think
won't
so.
be, will it? Yeah.
No, you'll be alright. Like Air Max 90s are like very UK type of thing. So like there's like a cultural thing of like wearing that, or like if all the dancers. I mean, I didn't fall into it, but you know the Adidas like Rod Lavers or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That all the hip hop dancers
I had
are wearing.
a pair of them when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Watching all the bigger dancers, I bought a pair of them.
So it's like a cultural thing. So I think this is almost a better way of advertising for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're tapping, you're not going buy our clothes, you're going Young Miko's music video is in our clothes. And then all the people that love her are going like, I want to buy it because this is the vibe of her new video.
And then dancers that want a nice baggy comfy fit are going to go, right, perfect.
Yeah.
Gap, probably not too expensive either. Like, spot on.
So I think this is like almost a better, and this is kind of what I see as like the Nike approach, which is like they attach themselves to like cultural things.
Yes.
And you just see cool people wearing their shit and then you're like, cool, I'm going to buy it because it's the cool thing to wear or it looks good or it makes me think of that artist or that music video or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's like you're tapping into a culture then as well. Think about these trans pants.
Yeah.
I'm not an advocate, by the way.
The from
Urban Outfitters, they must have made a killing from dancers. But it's just
when did that become a dance thing? That's crazy.
I don't know. Colleges and unis, I think, have, and then it's just spread and spread and spread, and now everyone,
you know,
the
about
battle
this.
Scene as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, everyone wears them.
Yeah,
They must have made a fortune.
Yeah.
But they've just tapped into a certain market where it's like.
But I would maybe argue that Urban Outfitters aren't doing enough about it.
Yeah.
Like they should be making a dance visual.
They should have made a dance visual by now.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Urban Outfitters.
We're happy to choreograph it for you.
Do you know what I mean? We'll fucking do I'll do the announcement on the pod. I'll fucking sell out your. No, all 30 of our viewers will buy some.
Yeah. Keep it in mind.
Yeah. What else was I going to say on that? No, I think that's it. Any other thoughts on this?
I think like the only thing I was gonna add is like all these choreographers, like not only like they're recognizable by the movement, but I feel like they also created like a visual identity for themselves.
Yeah.
And like they've been like in their like bag for like a very, very long time. Like she's been doing like these kind of things for like years. Like Paris, like done.
It's a proper
like, things for
fusion, isn't it?
years.
It's got like a hip hop feel to it and like a contemporary kind of feel to it as well. It's nice.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I like that section at the end where it's above them all and they're all just hitting the things with their heads. That was cold.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I mean, I think this is my message for everything, but it's like the power of like just creating the thing that you like to do and sticking to it. Like you're probably missing a ton of opportunities on the way up because you look too different or you can't do what everyone else is doing. But eventually, if you are unique enough, it's like you're gonna get recognized. And
I think she smashed it. It's got like a street feel to it still, like a street fashion, but then it's also like I would think of Gap as like quite a clean brand. Do you know what I mean? It's still like clean and it's not like proper street, but it has elements to it. Do you know what I mean? It's cool.
And you know what? I also like that this Gap campaign of like doing all these dance visuals is not super mainstream headline news. I like that it's a bit under the radar, and then when you like, even us, we're dancers and we're going looking at it and we're like, like they're doing this video and I kind of like that it's a bit low-key because it makes me more want to wear Gap now. Because it's like not like, if we saw like, speaking of the devil, but like every kid at Move It or UDO wearing like Gap because it was like the popular thing, I would be, especially as a grown-up, I would be like, like
that's what I've done with Adverts Friends. It's like I would never ever own
too
a pair
popular
just because it's so saturated.
But even even looking at these, I'm like tempted to be like, I wonder if I should take a walking Gap next time I party. You know what I mean? Like they kind of do look cool on them. But I like that it's a bit of like, we were talking about this the other day of like wanting to be the underdog, but like, you know, I like this underdog kind of feeling of like, it's a dance thing, not everyone knows about it. It's my kind of shit.
And dancers get to a lot of things first as well. I always say that to my mates at home, like, a lot of fashion stems out sometimes from dancers. No one will admit that.
We're very like, it's part of our culture to be in touch with culture. It's drilled into our heads of like respect the culture and understand. And like, I think for some people that just means learn every fucking step and have a tick list of like, I can do a walkout. But like, I think for a lot of us, being in touch with culture just means being in touch with culture. Like you're very in touch with like what is current, fashionable, and like
I like UK street fashion. Do you know what I mean?
And for me, that's
been my thing.
As much part of being in a hip hop culture as learning your steps or knowing who all the OGs are. It's like being part of what actual culture is and the music, the movement, the fashion. So I understand. I definitely think we're, that's a whole other conversation I could get into.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break because I'm going to plug our event. So next month, the 3rd of April, we have got our second edition of our Northbound events. It is an over 18s event, guys. For the younger dancers, we are coming soon with a kids one, so just hold on tight. But yeah, this one's over 18, guys. It's going to be in Manchester again. It's from 6 till 10, so only a short event, just one category, all styles. From the top 8 onwards, you get to pick your own music, whatever genre you want. For both dancers, that is, and then you'll both dance on each other's music. Keeps it a little bit more fun. But it will go from top 16, guys. You're going to have myself judging. You're going to have J-Bull. You're going to have Mid-Air. You're going to have Chris Donnelly on the mic. Lewis Tigran on the decks. Luke's going to be there filming. So yeah, it's going to be a sick night, guys. Northbound, follow us on socials. Here's your logo. But yeah, hope to see you there. Let's get back to it.
Should we talk about Move It? Sophia.
Me?
Hello.
Maybe Harry should talk about it.
Well, how did you enjoy Move
Maybe
It?
Luke should talk about it. No, I'm joking. No, it.
I will.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's always like a long weekend. Even if you go for one day, you come out of it going, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a very overstimulating building if you've never been.
Mate.
But yeah, it was good. Me and Lou headlined this year.
Yeah, you did. Shout out Lewis.
Shout out Lewis.
He wanted to be here, but we said no.
We had our amazing
He's
cast.
outside waiting.
Yeah.
He locked the door and
Yeah, he's not allowed in today. We had our amazing cast of dancers with us as well. I want to shout them out quickly. I'm going to do that quickly. We had Maisie, Leah, Jord, Sienna, Ellie, Elise, Jacob, and Izzy. Yeah, shout out to you guys. You absolutely smashed
they did
it.
a great job.
They're like an accumulation of our friends and students and stuff from back at home.
Yeah.
We didn't actually have a full run through all together. So the
You
first
smashed
time
it.
we did it all together was on stage, which, to be honest, like, Lou agrees, it just keeps it a bit exciting, that as well. Do you know when you go with something it's so polished, it's like you've kind of lost the
Well, you also
spark
can
and
get
magic of it.
complacent.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
If you've run it too many times
Get
and
too
killed it,
comfy
then
then, do you
you'll
know what I
mess
mean?
up because you're not paying attention.
We did have a tutting section that I think Lewis woke up out of bed doing the morning of. He was like so
I
in
love
his head.
So
but
wait,
yeah,
for
no, it was
people
good.
that don't know, let's go back. So I'll explain what Move It is, and then you can
yeah.
kind of tell us what you guys were doing there. So Move It is, they bill it as like the, is it Europe's biggest dance event or something like that? I mean, I'm saying they bill it as that, but it is possible. It's fucking huge.
I think it's the biggest dance convention in Europe. And
Yeah.
I think that is actually I'd back
The
that, to be
world's
fair.
biggest dance event is wild.
Nah, it's not the
It
world's
says
biggest
the world's
dan-
biggest dance event above Move It. Based on what?
Nah, it's not the world's biggest dance event.
Like the
I thi-
world's biggest dance event arguably is the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
Like,
probably
well,
is,
how
isn't
do you,
it?
well, all right, here's a little quick sidetrack, right?
The world's biggest.
I can't remember who it was. It was a pizza company. Oh, fuck. Sophia, maybe you can look this up as I'm saying it. There was a pizza company that sued another pizza company. I think it was like Papa John's and Pizza Hut or one of them that basically sued them because they had put like the best pizza in the world on their thing. And they were like, they sued them to be like, you can't, like, it's not the best pizza in the world. You can't say that. And I think this might have been in the States. But they basically put like pizza, you put the best pizza in the world. Like,
Yeah, but
put
what am I
Sue's false advertising or something.
Pizza company, the best in the world.
Great. This is great. She's doing good so far. There we go. Pizza Hut and Papa John's.
Yeah.
Look at the
One
top, the
Super
AI.
Jones.
The
Oh.
AI thing. Pizza Hut and Papa John's fake advertising regarding its better ingredients about pizza, arguing it misled consumers. So basically, they got away with it. Yeah, so Pizza Hut sued Papa John's. Basically, they got away with it because the judge ruled that there's something that's like, I don't know exactly how they phrased it, but it's like hyperbole kind of wording in the sense that you can write on a thing, best coffee in the world, and it's like no one in their right mind is supposed to believe that it's the best coffee
It's like on
the planet.
Elf. Have you ever seen the
Yeah,
film
yeah,
Elf?
yeah,
And
on
he
New
goes,
York,
he's like,
and he runs in like, the best, you did it, yeah.
You did it, yeah. It's
But it's like,
brilliant,
basically this was what year was it? 1998. So yeah, since then it's like kind of you're allowed to do it as long as it's so exaggerated that no one, like if you say the most bought coffee in London, maybe that's a bit more like, okay, we can measure these things. But saying the best coffee is subjective and there's no one that's
Well, there's
gonna...
no awards, is it? Well, I don't
Exactly.
think
There's no award. There's no way of proving that. So then it's exempt from false advertising.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're allowed to make crazy claims. Like we can say we're the best
yeah.
podcast in the world. Like,
because we are.
yeah, and no one can sue us. So I wonder, going all the way back, I wonder if this is the thing with Move It. It was like the world's biggest dance event. Because you could say based on impact, based on, like, it doesn't have to be only numbers. It could be based on the amount of performers on a weekend in July. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it could be anything that they've based that on.
I mean, numbers-wise, it must be up there. They get a lot of people in that
They
building.
do get a lot of people over 3 days. It's got to be, like...
But it's definitely not the world.
The world's biggest as well. Because some of these
There's got to
battle
be
events
stuff in
Korea
America
and Japan
and Asia
and
and stuff.
Or we
surely.
look at the Chinese, like, dance events when there's, like...
Yeah, like World of Dance this year, or was it KOD? Sorry, KOD this year in wherever that was. That looked massive, and that was just a battle event. Do you know what I mean?
Attracts over 35,000 people in the course of it. Okay, type in what's the world's most attended dance event in the world. Oh, yeah.
If it comes up, we move it.
Where's the
world's most attended dance event? Because what's a dance event? Like I said, is the Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah. It says move it, but mate, I wonder if that's. Well, largest dance festival. The festival did.
like general dance event is Move It.
Okay. Largest dance festival is not Move It.
It's in
Largest
Brazil.
simultaneous dance, most attended dance marathon, largest electronic dance festival.
I feel like it's like focused only on dance because like the Super Bowl is like also like it's a music thing.
Yeah, sure, maybe.
And it's a
I mean,
football
maybe.
thing.
Go on, move it.
Like
Maybe.
even like I'm thinking about the carnival in Brazil and things like
Yeah.
that, but it's not only
not about
dance.
Yeah. All right, fair
I'll
enough.
take it. We headline the biggest dance event in the world.
There you go. So anyway, all that to say, it's very big, and
It's actually my second time as well.
this is supposed to be us explaining what it was.
Yeah,
So basically,
sorry.
it's mainly an exhibition thing. It's like Comic-Con, right, where you have all these different stalls in a huge exhibition hall for like 3 days, and it's basically what it is at the core of it is it's for teenagers that are about to go to dance college. So for anyone that doesn't know what that means, in the UK, dance college is instead of university, you would go to a dance school, and some of them give you degrees. So stuff like Laban, I don't know the other ones that would give you degrees. So there's like universities that you get a degree, a couple of these
UEL.
dance unis that are focused on dance, but you do get a degree, and the rest are like training colleges. So you go for 3 years and you study, you become really good at dance, but you don't get a degree in the same sense. You just get a diploma in that college is basically like not made up, but it's just they give you a diploma for graduating their college, but you don't technically have a degree. But the difference is like these ones in the middle, like Laban and stuff, you get a degree and you're still very good at dance. A lot of them, other ones are like dance unis, like for example UEL, where you get a degree, but you're not trained to be the best dancer in the world. You're trained to have a knowledge of a lot of different stuff, including like events management and filming and blah, blah, blah. Same with like Kingston Uni, all these other ones that have a dance program. But when I went to, this is a while back, but I went to audition at Kingston Uni. Didn't get in, by the way, and then ended up being hired as a teacher. But, which I love.
That's sick.
In the audition, before the audition, they were like, by the way, if you want to be a professional dancer, this is not the course for you. Like, this is not what we do here. We don't train professional dancers. We train you to like have a knowledge of stuff. Anyway, all that to say, the people that want to get into these more the like professional training colleges, they go to Move It, and it's a way for like these colleges to advertise which one of them you want to go
It's
to.
like a free for all. Come to our college.
Come to our college,
uni,
exactly.
You know, yeah.
And alongside that, you also have like all the things that go along with that. So all the people selling like, come and get your headshots done, come and get your ballet shoes, come and get your knee pads. Like they're all there selling their shit all at the same time. And then a lot of stuff has developed around that, which is like they have a big stage where, you know, which Harry's going to talk about in a minute, but like where people perform, and the colleges, as well as having their stalls to advertise, they'll do big performances. And this is like important for the colleges because like they pay to be there and to have their stall, but then they perform to like advertise, come to our college or whatever. In addition, they have other people that perform just to like fill out the kind of like to make it entertaining, and have like, you know, people that want to get themselves, don't have a college but want to get themselves onto a big stage. Then you also have like classes. Then you also have like, they have the freestyle stage now, which has like different stuff. This year it was like Red Bull Dance Your Style, qualifiers in the UK. But yeah, so for that reason, it's majority like, let's call it like what, 16, 17-year-olds and their parents. And they're all there trying to be like, right, which college do we go to? Or people that are in the colleges already who are going there to like perform and support their colleges or take other classes or kind of network and that type of thing. Anything I'm missing with Move It? Is that kind of it?
That's it.
I think as a whole, that's it. Yeah, that's the main part of it anyway.
And so what were you guys doing there? All right, guys, we're going to take a super quick break from the episode because I just wanted to tell you about our Patreon. So we now have a capsule Patreon. And what that means is that each week we've got a bonus episode that will be up there. So that's 4 extra episodes per month. We're going to have some exclusive conversations there, stuff that we maybe don't want on the public episodes. So if you want to see what we talk about behind the scenes, if you want to see us all a bit more relaxed and chill, go subscribe to the Patreon. We'll also put up some bonus content up there. It'll be a variety of different stuff that we've shot over the weeks in between pods. And yeah, and everything that you kind of pledge in that Patreon subscription will help us to keep the lights on here, keep the platform growing. So yeah, all the Patreon subscribers, we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you. Let's get back to the episode.
So we were headlining, like I say. So we had on Saturday, we were one of the headline acts. We had like an interview, which was pretty cool, to be fair. I mean, it actually got pushed to Sunday, to be fair. But yeah, it's like you have an interview that's live across like the whole building, like everyone can hear you. It's up on the big screen, sort of thing. So yeah, it's cool for exposure. There we are. Then we did our performance that I was just speaking about. Then we went straight to do our workshop, which was brilliant, actually. It was a really good turnout.
That was huge.
More than we were expecting to have in it, especially for a popping class.
True.
Move It is very like we've been just talking about, you know, choreo and commercial and even like technical styles as well. It's it's so based around that a lot of it is you know, it's that basically. It's you don't get a lot of styles classes. So I think what I'm saying is, I think me and Lou were maybe naive in thinking, you know, there's not going to be many people here that are going to want to come to our class, just a popping class, you know, beginners.
Because I think also the sentiment from our side is like, because they all want to go to these colleges, or like we think all they care about is the styles that are going to get them into the colleges. So maybe you guys were like, oh, why are they going to want to do popping if this is not their main focus? But they were, which I think speaks to how popular you guys are.
Yeah, well, obviously we did the BGT thing last year, and we've tried to, you know, really keep consistent on our social media. Shout out to Lewis, because he's definitely the social media manager between the two of us. Is he? But you know, it was amazing how like fascinating, whatever the word is. It was weird how many people came up to us and spoke about TikTok, and you know, we would have thought maybe it was the BGT thing, but there was actually more people going, God, we see you all the time on TikTok. That's how we know who you are. Like, you know, I would have liked to think even before BGT, had some sort of name through the battling or whatever, but people were just like, TikTok. None of that stuff, just the TikTok videos you do, you know.
How does that, like, do you like that? Do you not like that?
Swings and roundabouts, I think. You know, we're obviously doing it for a reason, and I think social media is such a powerful tool now that you got to take advantage of. And I'll be honest and say, you know, it's not where my passion lies or whatever. I wouldn't say it was my skill. That's why Lewis is in charge of that side of things. But you know, it obviously feels nice if someone, you know, if the following's going up, the views are going up, people are recognising you. It's a nice feeling, of course. Definitely. But I'm just really, I'm adamant that I'm not going to let it become the main part of my work or my identity as a dancer. That's the main thing for me. It's like I've put too many years into this to just then become the TikTok guy. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I hear that, but I think it's also like it depends what you do with that following. It's not only like how, like if all of the stuff is coming in through TikTok, then fair enough. Like at some point, let's say it was, then fair enough. But like at least then it's like, okay, but how do we maneuver to like build what we want to build, or you know, like, or do what we want to do with that audience? Like, okay, you see us on TikTok, but come and see
this, or
exactly,
for sure.
Yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, it was really cool. I spent the day with you. There'll be a vlog coming out.
We enjoy. The vlog will be coming out. We enjoyed it. I'm trying to think if we did a little meet and greet. That was another thing where it was just like we laughed as soon as that got put on our rota thing. We got it sent through. We were just saying about tumbleweed. You know, we'll be stood there and just no one's there.
Yeah, you thought no one was going to come to the
We got there and there was a little queue and stuff, and everyone was dead nice. It was dead nice experience.
They all wanted to meet you, take pictures with you. Some people were like, can we do a dance with you?
Yeah. Boosted the ego for
for
the day anyway. So, yeah, no, it was good. I think again, there's real positives to Move It, and then there's stuff where this is my 4th year on the bounce now doing Move It, and there's stuff I love about it, and there's stuff that I think every dancer that goes there can agree that is a little bit difficult sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, from so many angles.
Yeah. I'm definitely in minus money for what I've spent over the last 3 days to make this happen.
I mean, this is the thing that's hard, right? Where it's like with anything, not just Move It, where it's like when something has a huge platform and there are loads of people that come in, right? There is an argument. There's one side of the argument to be like, you're making a lot of money on this thing, so you can afford to pay the people involved in the event a lot of money.
Yeah.
And when you don't, or you're not paying like what people think is a lot of money, then it's like, oh, like this is unfair or whatever.
Yeah.
The other side of that same argument is like when you have a big platform and a big audience, is like that's part of your payment, is that you get to be in front of all these eyes. And like we all know that data or like, you know, having whether it's like social media follows, email addresses, whatever, like if you can advertise your class to, you know, on the live thing to, let's say 30, it wouldn't be 35,000 people on one day, but let's call it 10 to 10,000 people. It's like, maybe that is, especially 10,000 people that are there to find out new things about dance.
Yep.
So it's like, you know, if you were to like, oh, you're allowed to advertise your class on our big platform, there's one side of the argument to say that is part of your payment in a way. I'm not sure exactly where I stand. I've gone back and forth a lot on Move It.
I go back and forth as well.
I have to say, I don't know. I'm in a very specific circle in the scene, in the sense of the things that I do and the age generation and all that. But it doesn't always have the best reputation because of these type of things, where it's like, when you go like, oh, I'm teaching a class for like 180 people, and then the dancers start doing the maths, and like, you know, like I've got friends that don't do Move It for this. They're like, well, if I'm teaching for 180 people, I want to be paid this, and I'm not getting paid that, so I'm not going, or whatever. Again, like there's also an argument to be made of like on the other side, which is like Move It, you know, they can kind of put the deal forward that they want, and you choose to whether you do it or not. 100%. And if part of that is like, we're going to bring 180 people that you don't know in front of you, and you can advertise your like I was speaking to someone years ago, a dancer who was kind of making the other case, and she was kind of saying like, yeah, a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going to teach, or I'm not going to perform, whatever. But then the other side is like, have you inquired of like, what are the limits of what, like, okay, I'm going to teach for 180 people. Can I sell t-shirts at my class? Can I collect email addresses of everyone that can, like, you know, is there other ways to like maximize what you're doing that aren't just straight up payment? You know,
sure.
There's definitely two sides to the argument. I think the thing that I think is worth talking about just on this side of the kind of like the pros and cons of Move It, let's call it, is like, Move It is not run by dancers, right? Yes. There's people on the like kind of creative producer level that we kind of know from our scene or whatever, but the people that like own Move It at the top, I think from what I can see here, is like, it's called Immediate Live, but what they are is a exhibition company. Exactly. This is what I was just going to ask you to pull up. So BBC Gardeners World Live, Hampton Court Food Festival, the London Art Fair, BBC Good Food Show, Move It, the Festival of... Does that say quilts?
Yeah.
Quilts.
The Festival of Quilts and the Cycle Show. So
Just
Immediate Live... What? Yeah.
Just loads
is it
of
actually quilts? The
Yeah.
festival... Like, there's a festival for quilts.
Oh, is it?
What the
I was
fuck?
taking the mic.
Wait, let's
The
go.
cycle
Let's
show.
Google it. But anyway, what I was trying to say is like, their job... No, actually, no, I'm distracted. I want to see this. No, it actually is the Festival of Quilts.
It's a real thing. I love that.
Who goes to... All right, you know what? That's a whole other
The
topic.
Festival of Quilts.
I mean, that's
That's
actually
cute.
kind of
There's a
cute.
scene for everything, isn't there?
Yeah, that is kind of cute, I have to say.
I reckon my mum would quite enjoy that.
Aww.
Might send her.
Anyway, all that to say, Immediate Live, who are this company that run things, their whole business is running conventions. So first of all, when you have this parent company that does these things, like, this money is not, it's not like Move It pays for Move It, Quilts pay for Quilt. Like, their money goes into one big thing and it's evened back out over the thing. So Move It might be at a loss for all we know, and Quilts might be making double the money, and they're using that to fund, you know, it could be something like that. But
it can't be.
I don't know, no. But do you know what I mean? It's like one of
Can't
them. Let's say, for example, like the what was the food one?
The BBC.
Yeah, like
Good food show.
Good food
Oh,
show. I
this
would
one.
imagine that makes a ton of money. Maybe Move It as well, but then maybe the quilts thing doesn't make as much money. And their company is funding all of these. Like, it's not just it pays for itself. Like, that's not how they would do business. So I think what's the thing you have to bear in mind with Move It is even if we have faces that we know who, and that's a good thing. It could be not people that we know, but like there's people that are kind of in touch with the dance scene that run these things on the ground level. But the people at the top who are making these kind of bigger decisions or the financial decisions or the whatever, they're just experts at running conventions.
Yes.
So they don't really give a shit in a way. They're just, it's a business, and you just have to also, this is my whole thing with any of these type of things where it's like, you have to be a business as well. Yeah. It's like, you know, if you want to go and make certain demands or you want to say this, it's like if you're doing favors for like these big convention things, being like, oh no, because it's for the scene, it's like you're kind of doing it in the wrong way. It's like, you should be like, right, here's what I want and here's what I'm happy to do, and what's your, like they'll say, oh no, this is how much you get paid, or this is what you get, and you say I want this, and then you just do it as a business negotiation.
Yeah, it's not like they got a passion for dance necessarily, or a passion to do something for the scene or whatever. It's money making at the end of the day.
And you could say the thing is, it's like,
wish I had their bank account.
Exactly, and the thing is, it's like I'm on both sides, because there's a lot of stuff that I disagree with Move It, of like the way they do things, you know, on surface level. But then at the same time, this idea of like a parent company that, you know, are a business, are a big business running something in the dance scene. It's like fucking I work for Red Bull all the time, and that's exactly the same thing. Like Red Bull at its top level is a marketing company and a media company and a canned drink soft drink company. It's the same thing, right? It's like they're running something in the dance scene, and there's people in the dance team that are really, you know dance and love dance, and I love them. But the people at the top are just like, all right, is it making money or not, kind of thing. And then you've got, I mean, when Nike do stuff, it's like, again, the people we worked with when we worked with Nike were great, and they love dance. But their boss's boss is just like the global company. Like,
of course,
yeah, is it making money or not?
And
so
I've seen it from the other side as well, where like I did the last 3 years performing with my students from home, and that's some of the best days out, or the best times we've all had together. Do you know what I mean? And we've got them like really nice footage of all, like I've always performed with them. Do you know what I mean? It's the only time there was something I could get up with them, and you know, it wasn't a competition. You can just enjoy it and show off what we've been working on. And we've always buzzed off it every year and had a great time. So I think on that side of things as well, there is loads of positives to it. And I think it's just when you get into, when you are a professional dancer, or you've got a career in dance and you get a bit older, you then start to see the things that could be improved slightly. And
also the big flashiness does, like when you're young, that outways anything.
When
I was young, I would have got on a stage. I would have paid a lot of money to be on a big stage.
I remember going when I was like 14 and being like, you know, mesmerized by it, you know.
But I think, listen, this is my thing with anything, and whether it's Red Bull, whether it's Nike, whether it's Move It, is like, just because I understand the pros and cons and I understand why they're there, doesn't mean that we don't have a right to like complain. But at the same time, it's really hard. It's like, you know, with Dance Your Style, there's a lot of stuff that I disagree with. It doesn't mean I can't say it. It doesn't mean I can't tell them I'm not happy with this thing. It doesn't mean that the dancers shouldn't complain. But at the same time, if you understand how the business works, maybe there's some things where you're like, all right, I understand why that's not going to change. But at the same time, I can still say I disagree with. And I think there's, you know, it's the nuance of it. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
you're never going to keep everyone happy at the end of the day, aren't you? You like, there's always going to be one side that upsets a group of people, the other side that upsets this. You know, keeping everyone happy is
exactly. And anything that you do is like you said. Yeah, we said this with Just Taboo. It's like, you're going to make one decision, and like, you know, all the people in the comments are like, you should do it this way. It's like, okay, let's say we make your rule change, or we change the event how you say. What you're saying, because you're pissed off, we change that, and that's going to piss off a whole other group of people.
They're always the people that never come to the event anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always the people that never are there anyway. It's like, well...
And also, I mean, there's so much with this of like complaining about stuff. But yeah, like I said, I think I think people who have an issue with Move It, there's a lot of stuff that I've heard which is very valid. and like things that could be improved.
I think
100%.
the teaching one is the big one.
Yeah,
I think that's the elephant in the
classes thing.
room is the amount of money that's made or generated off those classes, and the amount of money us teachers get paid from them is
needs work.
sickening.
Yeah, yeah, it
is
is
the politest way.
But I mean, there's so many other things where it's like you have to pay for tickets for people to perform,
yeah.
and it's like I'm paying to come.
No, sorry. If you're performing, you do get wristbands. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, someone told me that you had to pay tickets to perform. Am I wrong on that? Or maybe not everyone.
Unless I've read that wrong. I don't know what like
Or
the
maybe
thing
only
is
for
for colleges.
headliners? I
I've
don't
only
know.
ever been when I've been like I've
Yeah.
been invited the last without
Interesting.
sounding like a dick.
Oh, maybe it's if you apply.
Yeah, I think maybe if you apply, but if you get invited, you do get in the building free.
All right, well, that one, sorry if I got wrong with it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's a few things that it's like, you know, yeah, you're allowed to push back on ethically that we're like, we don't like that type of thing, like the teaching thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's nothing really perfect. There's so many
I think
people
you need
that,
these things though.
Yeah.
You need yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Listen, the actual idea of this is a great idea.
Yeah.
And we need more type of things like this in the scene. But it's the same with anything, Just a Boo, Dancer Style, whatever. Like when something gets huge, it's gonna become difficult because you have to start making business decisions, and business
100%.
decisions are not always the most fun
Yeah.
decisions.
I can imagine.
But yeah, speaking of big corporate things, BGT.
BGT.
So we haven't had you on. I think Lewis came on not long after, but we didn't speak about it too much because you weren't there. So you break it down for people. What happened? You were on BGT.
We did BGT last year. We got to the live semi-finals, and then we got knocked out on public vote. Trying to think, really, it's been a while for me as well. To be honest,
Yeah,
even
when
since
was
I
it?
last spoke about it. It was good. It was a great experience. Like
Yeah.
everyone, you know, if you watched it, guys, like the number one thing everyone always brings up to me and Lewis. So I'll just get it out the way first, because it's all half annoying because it's not what me and Lewis remember it as, and it's obviously what other people have caught on to.
Right.
Is Amanda Holden's comment to us in the semi-final.
What did she say?
Again, it wasn't even that bad. She just said, you know, she felt like she basically, in a nutshell, she enjoyed our audition more, which is absolutely fair. You still enjoyed one of our performances. You know, you're just saying you enjoyed that one more than this one. Whatever,
She said like
it's fine.
kind of you didn't do as good as in the
It was
audition.
the way she said it. Maybe she worded it in a slightly harsher way. I can't remember word for word what she said.
When you were
but
on
yeah.
stage, did it hurt?
Well, this is the funny thing with this was, so if you watch the audition, that's obviously not done. You know, it's all edited and whatever.
Right.
They cut all my speaking out of the audition. So when it got to the
Yeah.
semis, I was like, Lou, do you mind if I speak? Because like all Lewis's family who I hadn't met at this point were like, God, like you did so well. Your mate Harry's a bit shy, isn't he?
Oh,
Like,
really?
I'm like,
No, the fuck he ain't.
I was like cracking jokes with Simon, and like
Right.
everyone was involved, and we had a laugh. They cut it all out, so I just looked like this proper quiet, shy lad. Complete opposite. So I was like, right, can I speak, please? And we just hadn't fathomed, we just hadn't thought about the fact that the comments might not all be good. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
you hadn't
In
even
my head,
considered
I'm
it.
just like, let me speak.
Yeah,
it, you
yeah,
know, So anyway, the judges, the way they do it, you don't like respond after each comment. The judges all speak, and then you get to speak back. So, you know, first like you know, Bruno and Alicia and that, they really enjoyed it. They were great comments, and then gets to Amanda, and she just starts speaking, and we genuinely, everyone starts booing that loud. We just couldn't, like, I couldn't hear half of her sentence. I had to watch it back afterwards
Wow.
to actually really understand what she said. There we are. But yeah, she in a nutshell, I think she just said, you know, I don't like I think your first audition was more impressive. We enjoyed it more. But me and Lewis can just hear boo, and like it was like that was overwhelming because the crowd had gone mad when we finished, which was still one of the sickest performance moments I've ever had, because it was just a proper, even just a thing of relief. Like I'd been injured that week and we got through it, and we were just happy with it, you know. And yeah, then it switched on to these boos, and then Simon speaks, and he disagreed with Amanda, but then he made this weird comment about us not speaking enough, and like, do you really want this? Because I feel like you don't even speak. And it's like, well, we're not allowed to speak yet, because we've got to let you all speak, you know. But then I had to think on the spot and just like start speaking then, and my dad said he panicked, because anyone in it, I could be quite argumentative as well. I'm not really afraid to stand up for what I believe in. So as he said, you can see by my face there, I'm kind of like, all right, I can hear you. But yeah, no, I felt I held composure, and I was all right with it. I basically said, of course, we wouldn't be here if we didn't want it. The point I was making was, we've gone through a whole lockdown as full-time dancers here, come out the other side. We teach kids for a living, put so much time and effort into it. Even though we've got a career in dance, we've come onto this show, which is taking a risk. It could have gone horribly wrong and, not ruined our careers, but, put a real hold up on it. Do you know what I mean? If it had gone badly. So obviously, plus it's for £250,000. Who doesn't want to win something like that? So yeah, of course, there I am, stressing, trying to get my words out. But yeah, no. There's me mum and Amy. No, it is. Do you know what? Because I don't watch it back. Like, I don't like watching many things back. That's the first time I've probably seen that since watching it once to see what was said, So it's a bit surreal watching it back as well. What you can see by me old sense, like, of course.
Come on, give us a second break.
But yeah, anyway, it was the first thing everyone always brings up to us is, fuck Amanda Holden. And it's like,
well, it makes good TV.
Yeah, and if I'm honest, it was great, because like the day after there was like newspaper articles about Amanda getting all these boos off. It wasn't about the people that had gone through.
Yeah. They give you a lot of publicity from that. Yeah,
all exposure is good exposure, do you know what I mean? So, no, we had a great time. We were made up with the actual dancing of it. I think the thing with BGT is they're always going to come with their ideas. We're going to have our ideas. You have to meet in the middle somewhere. Yeah. You never, if you go on telly thinking it's all going to be your idea, mistaken.
Yeah.
You got to clear music. That's the worst one. Is trying to get some music that feels right for you and still like can relate to the crowd of dancers that are the crowd of non-dancers.
Because if you go in with like a fucking Shashu or Tele-X or something that doesn't need to be cleared,
it's not getting cleared, or
they
you're
will
still
say
not getting that cleared. But like, I think even it gets to a point, I clocked at this with it, it's like, even if they can get the song cleared, they'll just tell you they can't until you send an option that they're like, this is going to work.
This is what
on
we
live
want
telly.
on TV.
Yeah. Because there was some tracks that we sent where I'm like, this can 1,000,000%. Like, I'm sure I've even heard this before. And then it comes
They're
back
like, no,
there was like a Fred Again song, which I remember us finding it and being like,
yeah,
we're done. I think we even started making something, and then we got a message back like half an hour later, like, nope. I was like,
yeah, that's
surely
some bullshit.
That can be cleared. But yeah, if you're ever doing telly, guys, get like 60 good songs ready that you're happy with, because you just have to keep sending song after song.
I was saying this to Lewis, I think, but like, I wonder how, because it's like, there's this, I don't know what the regulation body is called, but where it's like they can't fake the vote. So if they do a public vote, it has to be real. But what I think they can do is like they can give negative comment, and it might not, like this is what I was saying to Lewis. I think I was saying to you as well.
Yeah.
Whereas like they might not have wanted you guys to look. They might have not thought you were bad, but they're like, it will be better for TV if this other group win or whatever.
They know how to influence the decision.
There we go. Yeah.
For sure.
It's like, we'll give them a bad comment, just find something bad to say. And I'm sure they get a little thing in their ear. Or even before, I wouldn't be surprised if before they were like, right, for Harry and Lewis's one, Amanda, you're going to say something negative. Like, just say that it wasn't as good. Like, and whatever you did, that you would find something negative to say, just so that they can kind of sway the audience to be like, oh, yeah, like...
Believe it, Simon came to us afterwards and apologised. And he didn't apologise to he didn't speak to anyone else. He came to us and shook our hands, and he said, weak handshake, by the way. I was really disappointed with the handshake. But he just said, he just said, I'm sorry. Yeah. And I just got this feeling where it was like, have you been told to say something? Or it was almost like he didn't agree with himself of what he'd said. Right. And he just said,
Well,
I apologise for that,
yeah.
lads, because he knew he was wrong. Like,
yeah, it might be that it's like for the TV thing they do it in a certain way, but he was like, oh, these guys are actually legit,
but we appreciated that at least. You know what I mean? That he kind of acknowledged it.
In a way, I've had that with battles where, especially when I'm the only one judging by myself, and like, let's say it's you versus someone else, and it's like, I love your style and I hate their style.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I have to be a fair judge. All right, they win. But then afterwards, I'm like, I'm sorry, because I would have loved for you to win that. But
That happened to me recently.
Did
I'm
it?
not naming the battle, but yeah, that.
Oh, I
happened
know.
I had to go to someone and be like, come on. Don't
Yeah.
do that to me. It's like,
yeah.
don't make me make that decision again. I remember Kev doing that to me once.
Well, like,
again,
don't
I
make
won't
me vote
disclose.
against you.
Yeah, he was like, I can't believe.
I bet I know who Kev is.
I can't believe you've just made me do that.
Was that? I think I know which one it was. I know.
I give one clip. It was the first battle I ever entered as Dirty Harry.
UK champs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know which one. I think I was there.
You were definitely.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I mean, I'd rather that than them faking it. But yeah. But I mean, so do you guys find, like, how was the reception afterwards? Like, we were talking about this a bit in the vlog stuff, but how was the, like,
Sophia just watching it there.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. Sorry.
No,
So cool.
it's fine.
that's why you lost. You didn't fucking vote.
Yeah. For
No.
God's
Where were
sake.
you on the live vote?
Guys, I don't watch TV, so.
No, that's another thing for me and Lou. We always say it was a really good platform. Like, me and Lou were obviously seen as complete separate entities.
Yeah.
Good word for me, that.
Yeah, it is good.
Two separate entities before BGT, and that just gave us like the boost and the platform to almost like fast track it, where now people see we can still have our separate things, which we do, but we're now also seen as a brand together as well.
Solidified the brand.
Definitely wasn't a thing beforehand. We'd just be like judging on the same job together or whatever. And we just thought it'd be fun to go and do something like this before it's too late.
Yeah.
Like, I know so many people who are never going to have the opportunity to do anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, win or lose, who cares? Like, I can tell my grandkids that.
Yeah.
When I'm old and grey.
It's
I
a
hope
fun
for
experience.
YouTube's still a thing and I can show them all this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it's like, some things are about, strictly what did we get from it, and some things are like, you just have to, like, not sacrifice, that's a strong word, but as in, like, you just have to do it because it's like, I just want to do this, I'll enjoy it, like,
yeah, for
fun,
sure.
like,
And it's like just taking a bit of risk, it's a bit more exciting, like, we had like because obviously, it's for what you for the time you're actually on telly, it's quite short, but there's so much that goes into it and back and forth for, like, just under a year probably. We knew this was all happening, and you're not allowed to tell anyone at first, but it's exciting between the two of you, and like,
little project.
Lewis would always like, obviously BGT used to be big back in the day, so like when Diversity and that did it, like, you were
locked in,
quite famous.
Even
after
before
you
that,
did
I think it was George Sampson was
like
Diversity.
they're all household names. Do you know what I mean? Like, even now, so it's like it was at one point really big, and there was definitely times Lewis thought we were going to walk out the front door the next day and be like,
yeah,
do you know
really?
what I mean? Yeah.
That's funny. Lewis,
but,
I better put a different top on the paparazzi over here.
But yeah, no, even after this audition, we walked out because it was in Blackpool, the audition where we're used to judging like UDOs and stuff. So we walked out the main doors of it, and people even then were there, like, asking for pictures and autographs and stuff, which was just a sick feat. It's just like
standing ovation. That's so cool.
it's
they
just sick little. It's just something we've always got. No one can ever take it from us. I feel like we didn't do the selling out thing and completely lose ourselves, And like I say, it's given us a nice boost and a platform afterwards, which, I'm proud of us for that we didn't just give up after this and go, well, we gave it a go. We've really tried to stick at it. Me and Lou don't live in the same area, so it's not the easiest to film content together. But we've made it work, and our following, our pages together on Instagram and TikTok, and our own pages on both platforms as well. Everything's gone well up, and I think Lou worked it out the other day of like our combined following on all. It's like 100k. It's over 100k, I think now. So we're getting there anyway. So, I'm proud of us. We did our thing.
I'm proud of you, mate.
And we're still here going. Do you know what I mean? We didn't give up.
I haven't apologised before, but Do you remember what I said when you asked me about it, or when Lewis asked me about it, when he told me that you guys might be doing it?
Yeah, you told us not to do it, didn't you?
I have to listen.
I'm not
I had to
surprised at
reconvince
all.
Lewis to do it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I have to. I said that to Lewis after you guys did well in the auditions or whatever. I was like, all right, well, fuck me, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I was like, you cannot tell anyone. I'm saying it on the pod now, but I was like, you cannot tell anyone that I sent like an 8-minute voice note explaining why you shouldn't do it.
And I remember him sending me the voice note, and I heard like,
Yeah, because I said in it like, send this to Harry as well if you
Yeah.
want. But I was like, here's why you shouldn't do it. And then you guys did well, and I was like, all right, well, fair enough.
do you know what?
I'm wrong sometimes.
I just had this feeling in my head that I don't know. I feel like the way me and Lewis are, it can work on telly, and like,
Yeah.
I think if you saw me and Lewis walking down the road, you wouldn't think, oh, they're dancers. We
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
got
yeah.
that look or thing to us really, which works for
Yeah.
telly. You know.
But you know, my actual like, for everyone listening at home, I'm not just a horrible negative person. My reasoning of why not to do it, and this is kind of what I still stand by this, but I actually think you've done a good job of it. Is I was like, it's gonna give you a boost, but like you need to like have something. Because I said to Lewis, it's like, you don't, at that time he wasn't teaching open classes.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't have a class, you don't have like even a page of your stuff together.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're going to get this influx of viewers, but for what? Like, where are you going to direct them when they come in? And that was my
one step ahead of him.
Yeah, exactly. So this was my reasoning of like, don't do it if there's no plan.
Yeah.
Like if you're just going to do it, and then you spend all this time, money, energy, and then you just get viewers on your audition and then nothing.
Yeah.
There's no point. But this is where I'm wrong in the sense that you made the page.
Yeah.
And even we were talking about that of like putting a few bits out before the audition came out so that they've got something to look at.
Yeah, no, but that was at a time when no one knew we were doing it.
Yeah.
So they just like, people used to come up to us and be like, "Oh, you're TikTokers now," or something, like, because
Yeah.
it just looked
You're
like
like,
we
"Just
made
wait."
our own little TikTok page. Do you know what I mean? But it was like, just give it.
No, but I think
couple of
that, like
months.
now it all, and especially like you guys are doing more UDO and workshops and all that type of stuff. So
Yeah.
I think you've actually done it. Like the reason I said not to do it is like negated by what you've done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't,
know,
I just didn't want you
the
to
only
do it.
reason we're still going is just to prove Luke wrong.
Yes. I'm inspiring.
Yeah.
You're welcome. No, should we move over to Patreon?
Yeah.
Shall we? Sophia, have you got any last thoughts?
Well done.
Thanks
So
very
I'm
much.
gonna watch it with the sound. But
Thank you
Sophia's
very
going to
much.
do BGT next year and move
Stop
it. She's going to headline move it.
Okay, right.
All right, we're going to go over to Patreon. So for anyone that doesn't know, we have a Patreon page now. Every week, as much as we can, we're going to give you behind the scenes content. We'll do an extra pod with all the guests that are here. We'll do some behind the scenes content that is maybe not from the pod. Things that, you know, we don't want to share with just anyone, but we'll share with you lovely people at home.
Yeah.
We're
We're going to talk about. Just bleep all them.
Yeah. We're going to talk about. I'm not going to believe any of that. No, I'm joking. We're going to talk about all of that shit, and we're just going to have a good old time. And if you love us, you want to support the capsule, you want to hear all the fun stuff we're chatting about, or you just want an extra episode a week, come join us over at Patreon. Everything that you guys
Come on,
give to
guys,
us,
support the course.
it will really help us. Harry's on the Patreon, but he also subscribes to the Patreon, and that's how you know he loves us. One of the first, call it 3 people, I think.
Yeah, on the pods, yeah. Back in the kitchen.
So yeah, guys, we'll catch you over at Patreon. Love you, thank you for tuning in, and catch you next week. Peace!